What's up, beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode of A Great Life Podcast. I'm your creator and host, Paris Dunbar, and I'm super excited that you are here. Also, while I have your attention, please hit the subscribe button or bell option so you don't miss out on any future episodes of this season. Now, today's topic is called receive. And typically when we use the word receive, it means to be given, presented with, or paid. But did you know that it also means to suffer, experience, or be subject to? Crazy, right? I had no idea. But if you did, let me know in the comment section, because I want to hear from you. Oh my gosh. Today, I'm going to share with you a story about the power of being willing to receive. And because this podcast is all about the storytelling experience, it is now time for you to give yourself permission to sit back, relax,
and listen to the smooth sounds of R&B jazz.
Now let's get into it. I've always heard how God loves a joyful giver. And yes, I agree we should give in whatever capacity makes sense for us. But with the spotlight always being on the giver, we rarely learn the art of receiving. And in all honesty, it actually becomes normal for us to believe that we don't need to be given anything in return for our good deeds. I mean, think about it. How many times has someone offered you something in return for your kindness, and you turned it down in the name of humility or in the posture of, I'm just here to serve? While God clearly states he loves a joyful giver, God also states that those who give shall also receive. And it wasn't until I caught the flu in early January of 2024 that the importance of being willing to receive was revealed to me. I also think it's safe to say that there is clearly a new flu sweeping through America, and she is a spicy one. Her symptoms are unpredictable, and how she introduces herself will vary according to her will. And unfortunately, her will made its way into my immune system and didn't hold back. Now, the problem is I'm not a good sick person because I don't like to sit down. I knew I didn't feel well, but I had things to do and thought that maybe I could run her off. You know, like how we did as children when we fell or bumped into something. But that did not work. As a matter of fact, the more active I tried to be, the worse I felt. This new flu had me laid out and in some serious denial. And because at the beginning of it, my husband was working a lot, I could naturally move the way I thought was best for me. And that was not to let her hold me down. I had been sick for about 4 days on my own. And when my husband caught wind of it, he immediately stepped in ready to do everything under the sun. Laundry, dishes, food, medicine, everything. But apparently, my will was getting in the way. Because instead of completely surrendering to my condition, I was trying to maintain it as if I didn't need to receive any help. In other words, I was in the way and wasn't allowing him to give, which was actually making me sicker because the only thing I needed to do was sit down and rest. When I think back to that brief moment in time, it actually makes me laugh at how resistant I was to receiving help. It's not like I didn't need it. Have you ever resisted a helping hand? Food for thought. Anyways, when he brought this resistance to my attention, I knew it was time to throw in the towel and let him do everything. And from that moment forward, everything began to shift. My medicine schedule was set. My appetite started coming back. He prayed over my mind so that the next day I could think clearer, and what felt like torture became rest. Did I mention the new flu had me thinking crazy? If it had you thinking crazy too, let me know in the comments below. I'm curious. Sometimes we can be in the way of our blessings when it's time to receive because we just want to keep doing what we want to do, know how to do, and simply won't surrender to our circumstances or the word over our life. Thus, nothing can move because we are in our own way. Many times, we believe we have more control over our life than we do. But once you relinquish control over all situations, peace, contentment, and fearlessness can set in. Let your guard down and position yourself to receive. Receive love, receive kindness, receive gifts, receive relationships. Receive. Because you deserve to live a great life. Thank you so much for tuning in to A Great Life podcast. Make sure you head over to madebypear.com and join my free newsletter called Word Up Wednesday, where I help keep you inspired with a midweek dose of inspo. I am also accepting speaking engagements, podcast collaborations, appearances, and more. All booking and contact information are available at madebypear.com. Well, that's all for today. God bless. Don't stress. It's Paris. Peace.